I'm Ryan, this is my brother Daniel, and this is Roles in the Family. And today we've actually got a little bit of a different kind of video. We're not going to be reviewing a game or talking about, our top plays or something like that. We're actually going to be announcing the launching of our supplemental website to the Roles in the Family YouTube channel. And this is something that I would say we've been working on, but let's be honest here, Daniel. I've been doing most of the work on this one.
That's how you're opening the video, eh?
Yeah. Hey, Daniel does all the editing.
I'm here for the ride.
If you want to know the separation of concerns on the channel, there's different. But this is something, it really stemmed out of, as we talked about, kind of like goals with the YouTube channel and what we're trying to, do here. One of the big things that we're passionate about is helping people find board games that they might really love. We know what it's like to find games that we really love. And we know that so many people don't know about these games that they might, really love and have these great experiences with family and friends. And so we want to be able to get people to find, the games that are right for them. But honestly, the way YouTube works isn't really set up well to do that. I mean, it's really the new videos that are coming out are the ones people are going to see. There's not a really good way to guide people towards something that's right for their situation easily. We may have done a review on a game 3 years ago that would be perfect for this person, but how are they going to necessarily know to find it? And so we decided, what if we just have a simple functional website that can kind of serve as our living guide for board game recommendations. I know both Daniel and I, we have lots of people in our own lives that are asking us, what would be a good board game for me to get in this situation, or like especially coming up on the holidays.
And now we don't need to talk to them anymore. So this is great.
Yes, this is all an effort to eliminate human interaction and outsource to technology.
Yes.
That is what we have achieved here.
Yeah.
And so, what this site allows us to do is not only kind of like house a place for these recommendations that's structured in a way that kind of guides people, towards certain recommendations, but it also can be that living guide that we can keep up to date as new games come out that maybe we recommend, or our recommendations shift, or we can add new kind of categories. We can, have that be something that is updated on the site, and kind of reflects at any given time, like what are our current recommendations in a specific category.
Yeah, so when you go over to the website, you're going to kind of see three types of recommendations. And the first is our top recommendations. I mean, these are the games that Ryan and I, we've played, we love.
In our collections.
Yeah, these are the ones that, for whatever category are the ones that we're like, this is our top cream of the crop, as they say, Ryan. Yeah. Cream of the crop.
We've said it a few times on this channel, I think.
We have, I think. And then after that, so we got top recommendations. Then we're going to also have our honorable mentions. So these are games that we've played and maybe aren't those top choices. They're not, the first ones we'd go to, but still are good games worth checking out. And then the last one is worth a look. And these are games that we haven't played personally, but Ryan and I do a lot of board game research. Ryan much more than me. So these are games that, when you do lots of research, you hear good things about games, and are ones that even though we haven't played them personally, we think might be good ones to still check out for whatever thing you're looking for. And I think one thing we recognize is obviously we can't list every board game here. Just because a game isn't listed on this site doesn't mean it's a good game. This is our, personal subjective list of what we recommend. And, we're in this age of board gaming where there's so many good games out there. And so we're not going to be able to include every single one, but we think this is going to be a really good kind of starting point for people of games that, we've played and highly recommend.
Yeah, it's like, it's another lens to look through. It's like, here's the Daniel and Ryan lens of recommendations. Yeah. You don't have to send us hate mail because we left off your favorite game.
It's going to spam.
In a specific category.
Straight to spam.
Yeah, and another thing that's nice is the site can kind of tie into some of what we're doing here on the channel, specifically with reviews. As we continue to review games, we can start to link those on the site with the recommendations, both to the video reviews, but we also actually are going to have written reviews on the site for all of the games reviewed. Some people prefer, reading a written review versus watching a video review. So hopefully over time, like more and more of those, especially top recommendations, will have reviews that you can really get an in-depth look of our opinion on the game. We also are going to have links, obviously giving you the ability to go and look at the game for yourself and potentially purchase it. Those are typically going to be Amazon affiliate links, much like we often have in the descriptions of our videos. That is a way that you can support the channel.
Yeah.
This is, really, as we're thinking of ways like what are our ways we want to monetize the channel or like get, support and make this a sustainable venture. That's honestly a big one that works well in this niche because we want to help people find a board game. And if you find a game that's great for you, that's a great setup if, we can get a little bit of a commission on a purchase. So that's something just to keep in mind. If you share this guide with somebody, maybe there's somebody that's looking for these types of recommendations. That's definitely something we really appreciate as well. And ultimately wanted to be able to help people to find these games.
Yeah. So Ryan, with this, holiday season's coming up here. People might be interested, looking to get that perfect game for someone. They want to find, how,
or at least have a good scapegoat to be able to blame us when they get a game.
When they open it, and they're like, "What is this?" Ryan said it. So just give the people a little bit of a picture of what using this guide looks like.
Sure. So, we really focused on let's make this a functional, simple, website.
What we like
hopefully
here.
You can tell us if we've achieved that. But there's kind of some different categories you can go into to kind of browse different angles of how you might look at recommendations. And so the first big one is this recommendations by player count and complexity. And so you could think of this as a big matrix where you're picking from get excited, literally picture the Matrix.
Okay, go watch the Matrix, then come back.
You're picking a player count and then you're picking a complexity, and for that combination, what are the recommendations? So maybe you want to know okay, I've got 3 players and I kind of want a medium high complexity game. What would be some good options? And you can go specifically and look at our recommendations for that category. And let me tell you, that was no small amount of work to put together. Because I, check my math, but 5 complexities, with 1 to 10 players is at least 30, right?
That's at least 30,
It's 50 different pages with our recommendations.
Nice.
So that's a good one to check out if you, maybe know, I often have this player range, or maybe I'm missing a game in my collection that would really be good for this specific niche. You might be able to find some recommendations there. We also then have the newest recommendations. Daniel, how about you tell us a little bit?
I'll take this one. Yeah, newest recommendations. The tricky thing about a website like this is, how are you going to know when new things are added to the website? And my first answer would be, you should be on this website every day checking and so
every page.
Bookmarked every day. So if you're not doing that, shame on you. But don't worry, for those of you that aren't doing that, we care about you as well. We've got a newest recommendations section. And so this section's going to always have the 20 most recent things that we've added to the website. So, you pop on back over occasionally and you'll be able to see, hey, what are the newest games that we've added into our recommendations list. And I think that'll be a really helpful way for those people that aren't the dedicated ones checking every single day. So
we'll know if it's you. We'll have no idea.
We'll have no idea.
Yeah, so some of the other categories, so there's also just the reviewed games category. So just what are the games that we've reviewed? That's an ever-growing list. If maybe you just want to know if we have a review for a specific game or something, you can find that there. And then we have a few categories that at the time of filming this aren't done yet. They're kind of still work in progress. Yeah, sorry. Didn't make my deadline.
Get back to the cave.
Yeah. Who let me out? But these are things that we intend to, follow up and implement on the site. So kind of little teasers here. So one of those is, you may have seen on our channel some of these games like videos. We had recently, I think, games like Clue, or best games like Clue, best games like chess, where we're basically taking a game that somebody, people tend to be very familiar with and saying, what are some, modern games that we would recommend that have some similarities?
We've got a long list of ones we want to do for that one. That's a fun series.
I thought you were going to say we have a long list right now. I'm like, dang it, I think we've done 3.
No, we don't have a long list right now, but we're getting there.
So yeah, maybe once we do a few more of those, we'll integrate that into the site. The one difference with the site being is we can actually keep it as a living guide. So if new things come up, we can actually update it on the site while our, videos just become completely obsolete, as time passes.
Yes.
So that's something we're intending to add there. We also want a section of just like themed recommendation lists. So that's just a very broad category for maybe we want to do our top recommendations that have a specific mechanism like deck building or worker placement or something. Or maybe we want to do, best games around a specific theme, or like, here's the best Lord of the Rings games or something. There's so many different things we could do.
I would never search that, Ryan.
Yeah, you wouldn't, but you'd be surprised.
Other people would.
There's people out there that are diehard Lord of the Rings fans that have no idea that we're living in the golden age of board games.
There are a lot. Yeah.
Here we are to help point them in the right direction. So that's kind of wide open for some different ideas of lists. And finally, the last one we want to get to is actually children's games. So you may have also seen some videos I've specifically done on the channel for reviewing some kids games or talking about kids games. We want to really kind of flesh out a more full guide of kind of from ages 2 to 8. What are a lot of games that maybe you should check out? Because we are living in a golden age of not just normal board gaming, but kids board gaming. There are tons of great kids games.
Ryan is eating all of them up.
Yes, or at least the ones up to like age 3.
There you go.
So there
Ryan's
may be
the
a lot
expert.
early on. There may be a lot more like worth a look recommendations there of ones that it's like I'm targeting these for when my kids get older. I'm not quite there yet. But yeah, so that'll be another thing that we add to the site here soon. So yeah, at the time of filming this is live, Daniel. Unless we messed up, you can go there right
We're
now.
live. I'm going.
Yes.
No. So if you want to head over and check this out, we got a link down in the description below. You can click on that. Maybe it is one that you can bookmark. I mean, this is a really, I've already got some people in my mind that I want to share it with, not because I don't want to talk to them anymore, like we mentioned earlier, but but seriously, with like holidays coming up, I'm really excited about this because I think it's going to be an awesome resource for people, and it's going to be fun to just be able to, we have so many years of playing board games. We absolutely love it. We love helping people find great games. That's, both of us have a real passion for that. And so we're really hopeful that this will be something like that.
I like that it also can be my second brain. Like when people come to me for recommendations, I can be like, let me go look at the guide and remind myself what I would recommend for, this player account or whatever. And, this, as far as the audience for it, there may be people watching this channel that are just as big at board game nerds as we are. And like, you might already know
you might not be surprised by anything.
Yeah. Although you might just be curious, what are the ones that we like? Cause it is pretty personalized. Yeah.
Which, hey, if you go over there, you see something that you think we're missing, you can throw it down in the comments here or something like that, drop it somewhere. We can
tell you why we didn't include it.
Yeah. And then we'll tell you why you're wrong. So yeah, you can go on over, check the website out. We're really excited about this, keeping it updated. And as always, we've got a couple more videos linked here. You can click on one of those and we will see you guys in the next one.